Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Goldens in beautiful Statesville, North Carolina. I am so excited to introduce an absolute sweetheart we have for sale. This is Miss Purple of Zoey and Finley's litter. She was born February 26th, so she's just about ready to graduate Puppy Academy. She's had over 150 hours of training, and we know her personality very well. Her Recherche score is 747, 7 being that she is dependent. She loves to snuggle, loves to cuddle. She's one of the most dependent girls in her litter, first to come, last to leave her side. She's not the most dependent girl. She can handle being by herself, so she's not clingy and needy, but she definitely loves to snuggle, loves to cuddle more than almost any puppy we've had this year. She is calm. She is not high energy. She is not hyper. She is laid back, mature. She's 12 weeks going on 12 years of age. She's just mature. She acts much older than her age. She's not going to be a dog that's going to run around and be hyper and high energy. She's not a complete lump on a log, so she's not a 2 or 3 on activity, but she's definitely calmer than she is outgoing. And then she is a 7 out of 10, and that is probably the most unique thing about her. Typically, the calmer they are, especially this calm, they're usually pretty shy and timid. She's actually pretty confident. She showed very little fear, and so she's a calm, confident dog, which is probably the most desired but most difficult combination to have. Typically, the confident dogs are the outgoing ones, and the shy ones are the calm ones. Well, she's pretty outgoing, or she's pretty confident, but she is not high energy. Size-wise, she's one of the big girls in her litter. Her mom is average, 60 pounds. Her dad is actually our largest boy at 85 pounds. My best guess is she's gonna be 55 to 65 pounds. I would lean more towards the 65-pound mark. She may get up to 70, which is about the largest the girls get. But if I had to guess, I'd say right around that 60, 65-pound mark. She could be a little bit smaller, but she's gonna have a big blocky head and a very light coat. She's absolutely stunning. Now, she's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is right around the corner here, May 21st, but most likely she's able to go home after graduating Canine College, which is training till 16 weeks of age. That's June 18th. Now, that's the most popular training program because one, she'll have all of her shots, so she's fully inoculated. Secondly, she can hold the restroom twice as long, and the biggest reason people choose it is their obedience commands. She just started realizing she's in training the last couple of weeks, and so she's growing like a weed, and so many times the puppies are up to 3 times better obedience trained at 16 weeks than they are at 12 weeks. The third training program is Master's Program, training till 20 weeks of age. That's July 16th. And the fourth train level is Doggy Doctorate, training till 6 months of age, and that's August 26th. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of both parents, Zoey and Finley. If you click on those pictures, a video will play where we summarize the parents. We talk all about their health clearances. We talk all about their pedigrees. We're very proud of our parents because they come from generations of health clearances and show champions. We show them off. We talk all about them. She's a nearly perfect puppy. I like everything. I say the only negative thing I can even think of is that she has a little bit of dandruff, which is pretty common of English Goldens. But outside of that, she's perfect in almost every way. Now, what I'd like to do is to summarize our Puppy Training Institute. We're gonna go through it in detail, and we're gonna show Miss Purple in training as of today. Now, if you like the way she looks, you're gonna love it at Canine College because, again, they grow like a weed. Every week, they're growing so much. So we're gonna summarize the program, we're gonna show her off, and I'll come back and let you know what you need to do to reserve her. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're gonna show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training it's a little bit harder to show is car training, and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers, and we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all of these areas. Now, we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer. They can hold their place longer. They can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only. And so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The two other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training. And this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate. And a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out. And a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20+ people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Miss Purple, read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see pictures we just took of her. Right above those pictures are her prices for each training level. Now, some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so on this video, we're gonna show you where prices are found on a typical page. But the prices you see in this video are not necessarily her prices. You do need to look at her picture. Right above those pictures, you'll see her prices. And then right below this video, there's a link that says click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to visit Miss Purple of Zoey and Finley's litter. Thank you so much, and God bless.